Hey there. If you've had children, you know that their favorite stuffed animal or blanket over time begins to look grimy, dirty, stinky. And sometimes we as parents have to create ways to get that item from our child so that it can be cleaned. You know, what about their bedrooms? I remember when my Brandon was, an early teenager, and I needed to get something in his room, and I walked in and I'm like, almost gagged. It stunk so bad. Oh man, I found food under his bed, dirty clothes everywhere on the floor, even on the floor in the closet, right next to his dirty clothes basket. And I thought, okay, so how difficult is it to put your dirty clothes in the basket for washing? It really stunk in there. All right, so as his mother, I needed to take some action. I needed to do something about that. And I was surely going to tell Brandon that he needed to clean up his act. Wow, then I think of like my spiritual life. How much attention does that need? Does it stink? Have I neglected areas where they're not pleasing to God? So there has to come a time there where I realize that enough is enough and I need to clean up my act. I need to spend time with the Lord for Him to show me the areas in my life. I need to listen to His voice. Yes, I talk to Him all day long. It's just like what I do. I laugh with Him, I cry with Him, I'm serious with Him. But most importantly, I've learned that I had to listen to the Lord so that those areas that I've neglected can take some action, take some attention to, and clean that up. This reminds me of a story in the Bible. It's found in Luke chapter 15 about a man who had two sons. And the younger son got his inheritance or his portion of goods. And he went out and decided, I don't need to live with my dad anymore. I don't need to be under his roof. I can manage this myself. Almost like a teenager who's graduated from high school and out the door they go because they don't need their parents anymore. They've got it all together, right? Wrong. After time, when all of his inheritance or whatever he got from his father was gone, he had to figure out how to live on his own. Ended up in the fields feeding the pigs. He stunk. Literally, I'm sure. When he came to his senses, though, he realized where he needed to be was in the presence of his father. So he gathered up what he needed to do, brushed off his dirt as best as possible, and he went back to his father's house. Well, when his father saw him, he ran out and he hugged him and kissed him. He put a ring on his hand. He gave him a robe, put shoes on his feet, gave him a huge feast, welcome home party per se. After that return, I'm sure his son realized that he made a huge mistake and that where he needed to be was in his father's home, spending more time with his father and listening to that wisdom and the advice that his father had for him. This story really encourages me to spend more time with God, to listen to Him, have that wisdom from the Lord, and change the things in my life that need to be changed so I don't stink. Be encouraged today and know that your Father, who longs to spend time with you, loves you dearly, and misses you deeply. Spend time with Him. Be washed in His love that He has for you. Thank you for joining me for my prayer moments with Jan.